I'm trying to read 365 books in 365 days, and this is book number 58, Before the Coffee Gets Cold. It has coffee in the title. I love books that have coffee or tea in the title, usually. And there is a cat. So I was instantly sold. It is about a cafe in Japan. You can travel back in time, which is already very cool. But what makes it maybe not cooler, but makes me and like my brain happy, is that there's a lot of rules about traveling back in time. There's only one seat that you can sit in, and currently that is pretty much always occupied by this one person unless she goes into the bathroom, because she accidentally messed up the rules and is now trapped in that seat forever. I think she's a ghost. I was slightly unclear on that, but I might have just missed it. Anyways, so there's rules. You have to be sitting in a certain seat. You can only meet people who have been to that cafe. When you go back in time, it's not guaranteed that the person that you meet is going to be in the cafe unless you go to a day that you can specifically remember that they were in the cafe at that exact time and moment. So there's that as a whole caveat. You can't get up from your chair. Whatever you do in the past isn't going to change your present, which I kind of disagree with innately, because you will still remember what happened in the past. So even if nothing physically changes from your present, first of all, things can then be different in the future based on things that you did in the past, and also you're going to be different in the present. So you come back and you might have a completely different perspective on something, and so you might be acting different in the present. So I disagree. I think that technically counts as things changing, but that's just very specific. I overthought it. Anyways, the part that involves the coffee is you get a cup of coffee that is poured for you, and you have to drink it all before it gets cold, and then when you have drank it all, you are going to come back into the present. If you do not drink it all before the coffee gets cold, bad things happen. So, there's a lot of rules. There's a lot of risks. Would you or would you not do this? And who would you go back to visit, assuming that they had been to the cafe in the past and you knew it? Apparently you can also go to the future, but then that's more iffy, because it's how are you going to know if someone's going to be there on a specific day in the future? So that's a whole thing as well. But it was very interesting. I'm going to keep reading this series because I want to find out things. Also, I have a really hard time not finishing series because I need to know what happens. I also am really bad at DNFing books, because even if the book is bad, I'm it might get better, and what if I put it down and before it turns out to be the greatest book in the entire world? So something I am working on.